We have Junie B by Barbara Parks. Has a monster under her bed. My worstest night ever. It was my worstest night ever. I didn't sleep any winks. That's because I had to keep my eyes open, or else the monster wouldn't stay invisible. I heard Mother and Daddy go to bed. Good night, everybody. Good night. It's me. It's Junie B. I'm still awake in here because I can't even close my eyes, or the monster will come. Mother and Daddy didn't yell back. But here's another thing I need to tell you. Don't turn out the hall light. Plus, don't shut my door. Plus, don't shut your door either. Go to sleep, grouched Mother. I smiled very relieved. It was good to hear your voice, I said kind of quiet. After that, Mother and Daddy got into bed, and they turned out their light. Daddy started to snore. Oh no, I said. Now he won't even be awake to save me if the monster comes. I pulled Philip Johnny Bob out of my covers. I will save you, he said. I will squirt water in the monster's face. Plus I will stomp him with my giant elephant feet. And so now you can close your eyes and don't even have to worry about that guy. I looked at him. Yeah, only here's the problem, I said. You're not actually strong because you just have fluffy in you. Plus also, you can't really squirt water. And so, who am I kidding here? Philip Johnny Bob stared at me a really long time. Then he went back under the covers. All of a sudden, I heard feet in the hall. It was the monster feet, I think. They kept getting closer and closer to me. Then pretty soon, they run right in my room. And guess what? It was my dog, Tickle. That's what. Tickle, Tickle, I'm so glad to see you. 'Cause now you can protect me from the monster. And so, why didn't I think of this before? I pulled back my covers and patted him to jump up. Here, Tickle, you can sleep right on my pillow, 'cause Mother won't even find out about this. Tickle sprang right up there. He ran all around on my bed. He put his head under my sheets and ran down to my feet. No, Tickle, no, no, you have to come back up here, or else how will you even protect me? I pulled him back up. He put his paws on Raggedy Larry and chewed on his red hair. No, Tickle, no, no, I said. Just then Tickle sprang over me, and he landed on my elephant named Philip Johnny Bob. He holded him by his trunk and shake that guy all around. I saved Philip Johnny Bob just in time. Then I pushed Tickle off my bed, and he ran out of the room. Philip Johnny Bob was very upset. I petted his trunk. Also, I hugged Raggedy Larry. Only too bad for me, 'cause just then Raggedy Ruth fell right out of my bed on account of the dumb sheets weren't tucked in anymore. Me and Raggedy Larry peeked over the side at her. Get her, said Raggedy Larry. Yeah, only I can't get her, I said, really upset, or else the monster will grab my hand and pull me under the bed. I thought about what to do. Then all of a sudden I picked up all my friends in my arms. We have to make a run for it, I told them. We have to sleep with Mother and Daddy tonight, 'cause we will be safe with them. Plus, they won't even know we're there probably, 'cause their bed is the size of a king. I stood on the side of my bed Then I jumped way out to the middle of the floor, and I quickly picked up Raggedy Ruth. I ran to Mommy and Daddy's room. They were sleeping and snoring. Shh, I said to Raggedy Larry. Shh, I said to Philip, Johnny Bob. Then all of us crawled down the middle of the bed, and we sneaked under their covers. Only too bad for me, 'cause Mother rolled right over on Philip Johnny Bob's trunk, and it waked her right up. She turned on the light. I did a gulp. Hello? How are you today? Me and my friends are sleeping here 'cause we didn't think you'd mind, probably. Mother carried me back to the room zippity quick. Then she leaned close to my ear, and she talked very scary with her teeth closed. Do not get out of bed one more time, she said. And so guess what? I didn't. Flat sauce. The next day at school, I was pooped and tired. I opened one eye with my finger, and I drawed a picture of art. It did not turn out that professional. After that, I holded up my head with my hands, and I waited for school to be over. Me and that Grace rode home on the bus together. I yawned and I yawned. Darn it, Grace. I wish you never even told me that monsters can turn invisible, 'cause now I can't even close my eyes at that night. I can, said that Grace. That's because I don't have a monster on my bed anymore. My mom figured out how to get rid of it. My eyes got big and wide. How, Grace? How did she get rid of that? Easy, said that Grace. First, she sucked it up in the vacuum cleaner. Then she put the vacuum cleaner bag in the trash compactor, and she squished the monster into a flatso. Just then, I hugged and hugged that girl, 'cause that was a brilliant, of course. Thank you, Grace. Thank you. Thank you. 'Cause I have a vacuum cleaner right in my very own home, and so I can do that too, probably. After I got off my bus, I zoomed to my house speedy fast. Grandma Miller, I know how to get rid of the monster, I hollered. Then I ran to the closet, got Mother's vacuum cleaner, and I pulled that big thing all the way to my room. Grandma Miller came to my door. I told her all about how to get rid of the monster, and guess what? She was a good sport about it. First, she plugged the vacuum cleaner right into my wall. Then she put it under the bed, and she sucked the monster right out of there. Hooray, hooray, you got him! You got the monster, Grandma! I yelled, real thrilled. Grandma Miller runned with the bag to the kitchen, and she throwed it in the trash can. There, that ought to do the trick, she said, very happy. I looked and looked at the trash. Then I did a teeny frown. Yeah, only here's the problem, Grandma. You didn't actually put the bag in the trash compactor, and that is what turns the monster into a flatso. Grandma Miller smiled. Yes, but this house doesn't have a trash compactor, Junie B, she said. Your monster will just have to stay in the vacuum cleaner bag. My frown got bigger. Yeah, but what if he leaks out, Grandma? Then maybe he might float in the air all the way back to my room, and he will get under my bed again. Grandma Miller tapped on the counter with her fingers. Then her cheeks filled with air, and she let it out real slow. Okay, how about this? What if I take it outside? I'll take the bag outside, and I'll push it way down in the big garbage can, and then I'll press the lid down really tight so he can't get out. Yeah, but he still won't be a flatso, I said, very whining. Just then Grandma Miller got frustration in her. She grabbed the vacuum cleaner and ran outside. Then she put it on the driveway, and she got in a car, and she backed up over that thing with her tires. Pretty soon she came back in the house. She brushed her hands together. There. Now he's a flatzo, she said, kind of growly. After she left, I got on the couch and I stared very nervously at the driveway. 'Cause guess what? A car is not a trash compactor. That's why. Snarlies and snufflies. That night I heard snarls under my bed. Mother said it was my imagination. No, it's not my imagination, I said. I can hear snarlies. Plus also, I hear snories and snufflies and droolies. Mother rolled her eyes way at the ceiling. Honestly, Junie B, where in the world do you get this stuff? She asked. I thought and I thought. It just automatically comes in my head, I said. It's a gift, I think. After that, I begged to sleep in her bed, but Mother said no. Then Daddy said no, too. You have to trust us, Junie B, he said. We would never let anything hurt you. There's nothing in your room to be afraid of. And so that's how come I had to sleep in my own bed for the whole entire night. Plus, also, I had to sleep there the next night, and the next night, and the next night after that, too. That was the night when the worstest thing of all happened. 'Cause I accidentally slept too much, and the monster must have crawled on my bed, 'cause in the morning there was drool on my pillow. I screamed very loud, then I left it. Help! Help! There's drool! There's drool! I told you this would happen! I told you the monster would come! I ran in Mother and Daddy's room and showed them my pillow. Mother holded her head. When is this ever going to end? She said. When are you ever going to realize that there's no such thing as monsters? She did not wait for me to answer. Everyone drools on their pillows sometimes, she said. It doesn't mean you're a baby. Your mouth just opens when you're sleeping and you drool a little bit. It's no big deal. And it's not from monsters. After that, she went out of her room to the kitchen and Daddy went to get Ollie. I crawled into her bed and counted my piggy toes. Good news! There was 10. That day at kindergarten, Mrs. had a surprise for us. It was called Our School Pictures Were Back from the Cheese Man. She passed them out. Lucille got hers first. My eyes popped out at those things. Lucille, look how gorgeous they are. They are the gorgeousest pictures I've ever saw, I said. Lucille fluffed her fluffy dress. I know it. I know they are gorgeous. That's just how I look, Junie B. I can't even help it. After that, Lucille stood up at the table. And she held up her pictures for everyone to see. Mrs. said, "Sit down," to her. Just then, Mrs. bent down next to me and she smoothed my hair. Junie B, honey, you might want to have your pictures taken again, she said, kind of quiet. Then she handed me my envelope real secret. Nobody could see. I sneaked a peek at those things. My stomach felt sickish inside. I looked like I smelled stink, I said. I quick tried to hide my pictures, but Lucille grabbed them away from me. Ew, gross, she said. Junie B looks gross. I tried to grab them back. Yeah, only these are not even your beeswax, madame. I yelled very mad. Only too bad for me, 'cause lots of other kids already saw them, and they laughed and laughed at those things. Finally, I grabbed my pictures back, and I hid them in my coat. I didn't talk to room 9 for the whole rest of the day. Chapter 8. Scary Face Me. After I got home from school, I sat on my bed and I looked at my pictures. I hate these ugly, dumb things, I said, very furious. These are the ugliest, dumb pictures I've ever saw. I leaned over the edge and holded a picture down there. See this? See this, you stupid monster? This picture is just as scary as you, and so maybe I might put it right under my bed. And it will scare your whole entire pants off. Just then I sat up very straight, 'cause that might be a good idea I just thought of. I quick found my scissors. Then I cut my school pictures apart from each other and I shoved them right under my bed. I am not even afraid of you, you dumb monster, 'cause these ugly pictures can bite your head off. Just then I heard Mother come home from work. Mother, Mother, my pictures came, my pictures came, I hollered, very thrilled. She hurried up to my bedroom. I pointed under my bed. See them, Mother? See my school pictures? I spread them out under there. Mother looked curious at me. She bent down and picked up a picture. Her mouth did a gasp. Oh my, she whispered. I clapped and clapped. I know, they are, oh my. That is why I put them under my bed. Get it, Mother? Get it? Now my scary face will be down there all the time. And so that monster already got scared away, I bet. All of a sudden, Mother started to laugh. Then I started to laugh too. Plus, here's another happy thing. 'Cause this morning, there was more drool on my pillow. Only I'm not that worried. 'Cause it was from Raggedy Ruth, I bet. The end. Junie B. Jones has a monster under her bed. But I don't think she does anymore. Because she put her ugly pictures under there. Good going, Junie B. Bye.